One of the things about being in this game for so long is that you actually get to see a lot of how other traders trade. This occurs either through simple observation, just watching people in the profession, just listening to them, or perhaps in a more formalised way of looking through people's business plans or trading plans and seeing what their mechanism of thinking is. And there's always a few observations when I reflect upon that experience. Perhaps the most obvious and most damning is that most people don't actually have a trading plan. They have a loose aggregation of made-up ideas that they think works. Flowing on from that is this notion that many people have that trading is not really a business, so therefore it doesn't need the data collection that businesses undertake. You don't need to keep any form of records because trading is just buying and selling things and money just turns up. What is also interesting from that is the notion that trading, like all businesses, has sources of friction. It has little pain points that are expensive, that cost money. These could be very grandiose things. They could be things such as the way the system interacts with the market or the way you interact with the system. You may be trying to do things that your psychology is not capable of doing, that emotionally you just don't resonate with you. And we often see that people include trading ideas and markets that they're not set up to do, or which are in conflict with the way they see the world or what they're trying to achieve. The most striking of this was a conversation I had with someone decades ago who said to me, I said, okay, what are your reasons for trading? Why do you want to trade? Because it's not an easy profession. It's not what social media makes out. Money just doesn't appear. And they said to me that they wanted to trade and take control of their own financial future so that they could spend more time with their family. That's a valid aim. Your subconscious can understand that. It resonates with everything we do. I then said, okay, how are you going to sort of enact this? What's the plan? And they said, well, what I'm going to do is intraday trade currencies using tick charts. And I thought, okay, there's a problem, there's a disconnect. And the disconnect is I want to spend more time with my family versus I wish to trade foreign exchange markets, which largely trade in the evening and overnight, using the smallest compression of data I can find. Can you spot the flaw? Can you spot the source of friction? With sources of friction, there are times when you can assign a cost to them. For example, when we look at any business, the easiest way to make any business more profitable is to reduce their costs. If you have a fixed income and you reduce costs, you become more profitable. When I first started trading, minimum brokerage was $125 plus a $15 order fee plus stamp duty. You can now transact for as little as $9. That is a source of friction. Costs are a source of friction in the business. If you can bring that cost down, if you're trading CFDs over the wrong time frame and you're not aware of the costs and you're not undertaking strategies to perhaps manage those costs, there's another source of friction. Whenever you go and review your trading plan, your program, whatever you do, you need to be mindful of these sources of friction. Some of them, as I say, are small, simple things like cost. How much does it cost me to do business? And do I need to do business in that manner? If I change the way I do business, does it affect my profitability? If I move from trading, let's say, share-based CFDs to straight equities, does that in any way, shape or form affect my profitability? The initial answer is probably no. It's probably not going to make that much of a difference, depending on how you actually use CFDs. Or it could be Am I attempting to do things that I'm not emotionally set up to do? Am I trying to trade markets that just don't suit me? For example, there is this mythology that to be profitable, you must trade foreign exchange. Utter bullshit. And it used to be back in my day that to be profitable, you had to trade derivatives, you had to trade options. Again, bullshit. It's a nonsense notion, and I'm not certain how these things creep into the lexicon of trading, but they seem to appear. In trading, there are no compulsory markets, there are no compulsory timeframes. There are only a few simple compulsory rules to apply to whatever market, whatever time frame, whatever idea for you creates the least friction. So here's my challenge. Look at your trading plan if you have one. If you don't, there's a massive source of friction already, so you don't need to go any further. Your first step is to have a trading plan of some sort. And look for sources of friction. Look for things that are costly, things that cost you money, things that cost you time. And when bundled together, you'll find that all these things affect the profitability of the way you trade. But not only that, they also probably introduce a degree of friction into your life. They probably make your life more stressful. And the aim of trading, in any way, shape or form, it doesn't matter how you do it, is not to make your life more stressful. If trading is making your life stressful, well then you're doing it wrong.